What's good, y'all? Welcome to another podcast. It's your host, EKM. We got a special guest in the building. Just gonna get straight into it.
Okay.
Let the people know your name.
Okay, my name is Sophia Tolbert.
Yeah. Star of the new movie, Snooze, coming out soon.
Yes. Featuring in February, Valentine's week. So
Yeah,
grab your boo. Okay.
I'm excited. This is the third project that I've been slightly a part of with Troy. I'm super excited for this one because this is the one that when I was in the seeds as an extra, I had no idea what the movie was about until I was watching it.
Oh.
They didn't tell me a thing. I had no clue what was going
Dang.
on. This is the first one. Like, I still don't really know what happens in the movie.
Okay,
but I kind of have a hint. Like, I know what to expect.
I can only give you a hint.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I'm excited for this one for sure. So, to give people like a brief synopsis of the movie without giving away too much, basically, you play Steely, a podcaster who you're like looking for love, but you're going on dates. And when you go on dates, you fall asleep on them.
Yeah, I be getting bored. And, it just kicks in at the worst times.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Public places. I'm embarrassed for her, for real.
I feel you. First off, when did you start acting? Is this your first film?
Literally first film.
That's crazy.
Before this, it's just been music videos.
That's crazy because I've been paying attention to the acting scene here for a long time. We got some really dope talent. But when I seen you on there, I had a conversation with Troy about it on this podcast. I said it on the year-end lists. You one of the most like natural like actresses I've seen.
I've been hearing that a lot, and I take it as such a hot compliment. Oh my gosh!
Like I feel like when it's everybody's first film, even myself when I was trying to do stuff, I feel like everybody finds themselves like overacting. You know what I mean?
Nerves start to kick in.
Yeah, it felt real natural with you when I was on set. Like every time I'm watching the camera and you're acting, it just looked like you talking.
She started to feel like me.
Real. Yeah.
She started to feel like me for real. It was something that definitely took me off guard.
Yeah.
But in the end, I was better for it because it made the rest of it so much easier.
Yeah. What was it, first off, has it always been like a dream of yours to act?
You know what? My favorite actresses are Halle Berry and Viola Davis. And I mean, those are big names, but there is nothing that they've been in that's ever been bad. Like that's never ever not been convincing. That doesn't evoke emotion. And gosh, if I could be anything like them on screen, I was like, let me go ahead and try to channel something for real, because I mean, it's not something that I ever went ahead and thought that I would be able to actually try at, especially try my hand at here in Wichita, Kansas. Like, this is crazy. People keep asking me, where'd you get this opportunity? Like, when did it happen? Did it fall into your lap? Like, no, I tried out here in Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah. Are you from Wichita?
No,
Okay.
No. It's
Where you
kind of
from?
a secret.
Okay.
It's kind of a secret. Gosh.
All right, I feel you.
I can't. But I mean, I might as well say it. Hutchinson. I'm from Hutchinson, Kansas. Yes. Like
Hutchinson
40
got
minutes away.
Crazy talent. It's literally probably like 10 artists that come in this studio from Hutchinson.
Really?
Crazy. We got like some rappers popping out from there right now.
No way.
I'm proud of Hutchinson.
No way.
They're going crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Look at that.
They're going crazy.
We're just crushing. We're just crushing categories.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's really wild because, there's always going to be something to complain about in this city. I think it's just people feel a way about like the support and the opportunities here, but it's a somewhat small city. Everybody knows everybody. Yeah. So there's always going to be feelings attached to everything. There's always something to complain about. But if you look at the past like 5 to 10 years, the growth is insane. 10 years ago, I did not know anybody I could go to for a music video. I didn't know about no studios. I definitely didn't know anybody making movies.
Oh no.
That's crazy.
It wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing.
Yeah, the city's growth is pretty incredible. I'm not
Even
gonna
for
lie.
just like music videos, majoritively, it was always Kansas City that I would wind up in.
For sure.
Always Kansas City.
Yeah. How did you get the role in Snooze? Did you audition for it?
Yeah, I did. I tried out.
What made you try that out? I still haven't auditioned for one yet.
Man, I tell you what, it's
I'm a little
it's
nervous.
an intimidating process.
Yeah.
I don't want to lie to nobody. It's an intimidating process because I was like, okay, but there's going to be a handful of people probably trying out for the one that I'm going for, and probably several others for the other characters. No, I walked in that door And I kid you not, there's like 25, 30 heads that are all girls that are my age that all like look the same. Like, wow, I didn't even know. I didn't even know y'all existed here. What in the world? Where did all this come from?
Yeah. I seen just firsthand from the Seeds. When I was on set for the Seeds as an extra, there was probably people pulled up, but that was Troy's first film. There was probably like, 10 extras that pulled up. Extras were not a problem on this film.
No, people were ready and willing.
That was crazy. Y'all
I
had
love
lines
that.
of people.
The support was, oh my gosh, unspeakable.
Yeah, it was crazy for sure. How did you, was there anything in the audition that like stood out to you? Because Troy told me about the process a little bit. It sounded nerve-wracking.
Oh my gosh.
He told me like as soon as you walk in, the audition starts, and he's kind of watching your nerves.
Yeah.
That makes me more nervous. I don't like that.
You don't even know. Because I thought, okay, it'll be him and maybe like 2 co-directors.
Right,
No, I open the door, complete silence as I walk in, and there's like 8 of them just lined up. And you could tell they're all familiar with each other. They're all looking at each other, then looking at me, looking at each other. I'm like, oh no. Oh gosh. Did I show up the wrong way? And you're already thinking, gosh, what did I mess up? And I did actually mess up during my tryout. My, first tryout was better. And I asked them if I could redo it. But later on, I found out from some co-directors that they absolutely loved the fact that, I felt confident enough and I was displaying enough personality in front of them to be like, let me try that again. I could do that better. I don't know you, but I want you to know me, okay?
Yeah. Man, I wanna audition for one, but the right part got to come about. I can't act like that.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
I gotta read one that I feel like, it's got to fit my character for sure.
Because if it matches you, you're right. It'll come naturally. Come naturally.
Yeah. It's been a goal of mine to get a song in one of Troy's movies too, but I want to do it the right way. I want to make it like for the movie. I don't want him to just pick one that's already out. I want to make something that fits.
Shout out Southside Zay.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about him.
I can't even, because he showed up and showed out for me. Okay, when it came to the soundtrack for part of this movie, and
he an extra in Snooze, right? Play a bartender.
Oh, I was so proud of him. I was like, no, what? Try? I don't know.
How'd you get linked up with him? I know you were in some of his music videos.
Yeah. That came unexpectedly. I was super hype about it though, because it was the first Wichita artist I had worked with. Prior, I was waiting to hear something in my DMs from a Wichita artist that like I could proudly rep, you know?
For sure.
Because I was like, I don't ever want to go ahead and be a part of no video that I can't bump in the car. That's my rule. Right. That's my rule. Yeah. Like I'd be proud enough to be able to show it off when it's on my playlist. And everybody else is in there. And he went ahead and showed me one of his, and I was like, wow. And you're located, I assumed, in Kansas City. And he was like, no, I'm here in Wichita. And I was like, really? Okay. Yeah, we can make this happen.
Yeah. Who shot that video?
Troy.
Oh, for real? Okay.
That was the first time I ever met Troy.
That's fire. Troy go crazy with the music videos. I want to get one from him, but I know he making movies, so the budget, he gonna hit me, and I can't even be mad at him. He should hit me. It has
to be a special request, okay? That man's got so much on his plate. He got a lot happening. And he's always stacking more.
What? On the podcast we did, he was talking about, he said he had like 4 or 5 movies he wanted to pull off this year. I don't even understand how that's possible.
I hope you're ready.
That's crazy.
Man, it's gonna be... I can't wait. I can't wait. I haven't been able to wait for mine. I'm like, gosh, I just want to see it. I just want to see the full thing through. I even asked him, like, could you just secretly, let me peep it at least?
Yeah.
No, you have to wait for the premiere like everybody else.
Yeah. What was some of the stuff that like surprised you being in your first film? About like the process of making a movie?
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. I had a couple of weeks to go ahead and memorize a 90-page script. And I don't pride myself on memory. I did not have a lot of hope in but I made it work. I was coming up with strategies left and right to get parts down. I was making sure I was going over lines with co-stars before we walked back on set.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, her monologues. Oh my goodness. I was like, girl, go ahead. Go off.
Yeah. How much of the script was like, how much did you stick on script and how much did you like improvise?
I was very, very on script for like the first month and a half that we were shooting.
Yeah.
But after that, I definitely gotten comfortable, and I was like, okay, no, I kind of get the gist, girl.
Yeah.
Here's what you
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that about Troy because I think that makes it a lot easier for me. Like I said, for somebody who's like new to acting, when I can't fit the part, like I'm reading the script, like I would never say this. Troy kind of lets you like improvise and twist it, and that's so helpful for sure. Were you surprised about like the time it takes to make the movie?
Oh
Because
my
I was shocked
Lord.
when we pulled up to the Seeds. He told me we were shooting 2 scenes. We was up there for like 6-7 hours. I was like, what?
Man, let me tell you, every time I saw a set schedule,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, it says we're gonna get off at 5, but I bet you
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there till midnight. I bet you. And sure enough, we more than likely would be. I was like, okay,
Yeah, it
but
takes work.
it's worth it though if you can look back at it and you're like, okay, bet no, that was a better take than anything.
Yeah.
And some of them were automatic though. A lot of them became more automatic as we went. I was like, this is crazy. Okay. People are getting comfortable with the characters that they're dealing with on set. Everybody kind of understands how they feel about everybody else.
Yeah. It's a crazy process. Like I didn't realize just like how many moving pieces there were. You know what I mean?
I felt so stupid my first day. So stupid because he went ahead, we shot a scene, and after he shot it the first time, I was like, okay, bet. So what's the next one that we're gonna go ahead and do? And they were like, we still have to shoot this at like 3-4 more angles.
Yeah.
So I hope you're ready to deliver that the way you did just this time again. I was like, oh crud. Okay.
It's wild. I think the best example I have personally, if you go on YouTube right now, Troy has out a concept trailer for a film called Blair. And in that trailer, you can see me for like it must be like a second. Like it's a split second in that trailer where I like pull a gun like this. It's literally that's it. It was just me drawing a gun on somebody. That probably took like 45 minutes. That was crazy. Because, you know, they shoot it and then they're like, I don't like the way the light bounces right here. They move it around for 10 minutes. They're like, we got to do it again because your hair's right here. Oh, no, you got to move this over. I'm like, damn.
They're precise,
it's a 30-second.
I love it. I'm like, okay, bet.
No, they pull it off perfect. And I see like that's what it takes. Troy started telling me like in Hollywood, like the big movies, it's something crazy. Like he said like a day you usually, or either a day or a week. I don't even remember what he said. You get like 30 seconds from like the full, that's like typical. I'm sitting here thinking like, what about them like 3.5 hour movies? You telling me they shot that for like 10 years?
Oh my God. I bet you.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't imagine.
Intimidating for sure.
Yeah. There's so many like jobs involved in the movie that I never thought about. Like I didn't think about all the you just think about the camera.
Nobody
like,
thinks about it.
I didn't think about
They're
what's
just
bro's
like,
name.
Oh, so it's you and the cameraman, and I'm like, no, it's.
I'm blanking on his name right now, but I want to say it's Leak Productions on stuff. Bro with the boom mic the whole time. I was sitting there watching him the whole time, thinking that's insane. He been holding his arms up for like 3 hours like this. I'd have been dead. That's wild.
Yeah, nobody thinks about the sound, audio team. Wardrobe, stylist. Nobody.
Yeah,
it's never considered until you're actually there and you're staring back at the 30, 40 faces.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Titus because that was Snooze was the first time I've ever been like dressed up for a movie. Titus made me feel better. Shout out to Titus.
Oh my god!
They had me come in the back. They put my hair up. They're like, "All right, so now we're gonna put on the makeup." And I was like, "What? Hold on." Nobody said anything about that. It
catches the guys so off guard. Like, yeah. Like,
shout
if
out
you're
to
gonna
Titus,
be on camera, you gotta get fixed up.
I came out of makeup and Titus dabbed me up. He was like, "It's all good, bro. They did it to me too." I was like, "Oh shit."
He got quite good at his own by the end of this one. Like, he is a pro. He can do it all. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that was an experience for sure. First time in my life I had on makeup. That was different. Yeah. What was the experience like working with Troy for the first time?
Well, I wouldn't say like first time, but it kind of felt like the first time.
Yeah, first full-length film.
Yeah, because he's different when it's his set, when it's his project.
Yeah.
You know, and I got to actually see, I don't know, kind of what he's built of.
Yeah,
built on as a person. I don't know, but you know what I mean. You
know
what I mean. it's a completely different experience. Completely. And I don't mean it in any sort of negative light because there's every positive thing to say about him. That man pushed me and coached me and didn't give up on me. And he put in countless hours, nights, phone calls. I haven't had phone calls that long and I can't remember. Maybe back to high school crush days. You know, when you fall asleep on the phone with somebody. Yeah. Oh my God. I've fallen asleep on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Troy, it's a weird thing because like directing is so much more than just like the outcome of the movie. Like he's really managing everybody in that room and it's crazy.
Oh, he's making really sure everybody's good in every sort of respect. Is there anything you need? What can I get you? What can I fix? Here's what you need to fix.
Yeah, for sure. He real good at that too. Like he's got a way of like communicating it with people that, you know, it gets across, but in a good way.
You know.
For sure.
No confusion.
I almost be telling Troy like, cause you can tell by like the way he like responds to what you're doing, whether or not he liked it. You know what I'm saying? But I be telling him like, I don't know, the way my personality is, just tell me straight up. Just be like, Eric, that shit sucks. Run it back. I'll be like, all right, cool. Yeah, you gotta let me know for sure. But yeah, he a great director. I'm really excited to see the stuff he got coming.
I am too. Like you said, Blair.
Yeah, that one's gonna be fire.
I'm so ready to see it. I'm like, that looks like it's gonna be so dope.
If you noticed in that trailer, there's a scene where like Mercedes gets in a car wreck and the car flips.
Yeah.
That was wild to see them shoot that. That was so weird.
Oh, you were there for it?
Yeah, it was like they had like this like wooden like machine. I don't know. I don't even know if they built it, bought it. I don't even know what it was, but they had the camera on like a track. It was crazy. So they had Mercedes sitting in the passenger of the car, and then the camera like shot towards it like it was a car like running into her, and then like twisted. And I was like, how the fuck did you do that? It was so crazy. They made it look like the car flipped, and it was literally just this like little like pulley machine they had. That shit was crazy.
I was wondering.
It was wild.
Like, no way they put her in danger like that.
Yeah,
no way.
That was crazy. I said it to Troy on his podcast. The technology they got in there it's insane. To somebody like me who's struggling to put this shit together, it's painful. I'm in a room with like 15 of these cameras and shit. I'm like, oh man.
He's got years and years of experience.
For sure. Like, yeah.
Oh man.
He been putting in work. Yeah. What's some like films that you would want to be in the future? Any like genres, any specific roles you want to play?
Oh man. I don't want to go ahead and down on Steely in any type of way, okay? Because she's my girl at this point, for real. We've been through it, okay? I've been through her life, put in her shoes. But I don't know, maybe just somebody who is a little more me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
A little more bold, a little more of a back, a little more creative, a little more, not to say that she's not. I mean, girl was running her stuff for real.
Yeah.
But just in a different respect.
Yeah, I feel you for sure. I know before the acting and stuff, you were modeling too. Mm-hmm. Did that help you think, like be comfortable on camera?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Because when it came to me, I was more nervous about lines and stuff than when it came to production and crew getting on set. Yeah. That's when other people's nerves would start to set in and co-stars' nerves would start to set in, and I'd be like, okay, are you sure that you have everything you need?
Yeah. How does that world even work? Like, how did you get like bookings and stuff as a model?
Oh man. Well, originally I was signed with an agency.
Okay. Yeah.
It didn't pan out the best. I don't want to go ahead and name, but it was years ago, fresh out of high school. And shortly was told afterwards via somebody associated with them that you're not going to be able to ever work with the people that we were going to have you signed up with. Well, a week later, the same project I was going to go ahead and do with them was offered in my inbox. Without me having to go ahead and give up a chunk to them. So I was like, I don't know what they mean. And you know what? I'm going to make this happen right here, right now.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and accepted it. I was like, I'll just do freelance. It won't be no trouble. I can go ahead and be my own agent. I don't need them.
Yeah.
And I literally proved it right. Because the same fashion shows, the same everything that originally people were like, no, you have to have an agency to be. No, you don't. No, you don't. Go ahead and beat to your own drum. Do your own thing. make sure that when you're looking at projects, that it's something that you can take pride in too. Because every project I've also been a part of, I've been super blessed. When I get on set, they've always let me go on ahead and make my own tweaks. They've always went ahead and let me kind of, in a way, take over the creative aspect so that I'm comfortable with what's being put out.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of what I've put out in the past would be like uncomfortable for some people, but in my eyes, I'm just like, why the hell wouldn't you go ahead and do it when you can do it? You don't want to take it for granted. I worked in the healthcare field for like 5 years while I was going ahead and doing that to the side. And I always work with old people. And even in insurance, when I worked in that afterwards, I would hear them constantly say they regretted not going ahead and in the moment, having more content, more photos of themselves when they were in their youth, when they looked the way they did, and that's not to go ahead and say, vanity is everything. But I mean, I know everything's going to bag and sag. So you got me so messed up if you think I'm going to take for granted what I got. Well, I got it. No, it's just not going to happen. No, and I don't think anybody should. Oh, I get so upset. I get so upset with people who don't cherish that part of themselves.
Yeah, for sure. What is there any like photographers you were super tapped in with?
Oh my gosh. Mr. Fawara, I absolutely... He's a vision. I met him in Wichita, and I really shouldn't have, because dude's traveling everywhere all the time. Same thing with Aaron Patton. He is a renowned photographer. He's never here. He's always in some other country. Him and his wife, Christina, are literal godsends. They're amazing. They did an exhibition with me a couple of months ago, and I had to buy a couple of pieces because everything he shoots is just so... It's artsy and effortless and everything you want to see on somebody's wall.
I feel that. I don't know anything about that world. I didn't realize how like big it was in Wichita. We got a lot of models, a lot of photographers.
So surprising.
It's wild. Yeah, I didn't know nothing about all that.
There's a lot of Wichita photographers down here that KC sits there and recruits all the time because, I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it right.
Yeah, for sure. Are you tapped in with any like local clothing companies, anything like that?
I wouldn't say right now. I did just go ahead and take on an ambassador deal for a boudoir workshop, but I want to wait until all those details are in for me before I broadcast. So
I remember you said you did a fashion show before, right?
Yeah. I've done a couple of them things.
What's that like? What's that like? I've been to one here in town. Shout out YBG. Shout out YBG. I'm wearing it.
Look at you repping. Okay.
Shout out YBG. He had a dope fashion show like a year ago that sold out, and I think he did another one, but I didn't get to pull up to it. But those are super dope. But that's the first time I've ever like been around anything like that. How does that work?
Well, it's just kind of sort of like acting too, because you have to try out. You have to try out, and honestly, that's just the most nerve-wracking part. But after that, it's like, you got this. You would think that when you went down the runway for your finale is when it would be nerve-wracking, but really not. At that point, you're just so ready to go ahead and rep what they gave you for real, because you're like, okay, they literally picked this and they thought this would curate perfectly with how I look, with my traits. Like, that's crazy. And I mean, I've been putting some of the cutest, most adorable, oh my gosh, have them in my closet now. Had to pay because I wanted the custom version for myself. And I've had some uncomfortable fits too. I've been stabbed by some glass. But it's all in the name of creative fashion, so I'm about it.
Yeah, I feel that. Zay's the only music videos you've been in, right?
No.
Oh, for real? Okay. Yeah.
I've been in a couple of them things. But most notably Tech 9. Yeah.
Okay. That's fire.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
And it was shortly after I did that one that I actually met Troy and Zay and all them. But I mean, Tech happened shortly after I'd also went ahead and done a music video with Shanann up in KC with KC Code Red. And I'm trying to think. I literally just went ahead and posted a video of it the other day.
Yeah.
Makes me feel horrible. Makes me feel if it pops up in my head, I will go ahead and say it.
That's crazy. Tech 9 is a huge name here. That's wild.
I know. After that, I was like, man, you have to bring me some good music to rep.
Yeah, I feel that for sure. It's always people looking for models and music videos here in town. I feel like that's honestly one of the biggest struggles. Wichita, like hip hop artists, I understand it with like a lot of them. I wouldn't pop out for a lot of these motherfuckers. I'm not gonna lie, but it's hard to get like models to pop up in a music video here in town.
Yeah,
that's like a real struggle. I've had, I won't say names, but I've had some big names ask me to hit up models before. Nothing. Like you can offer money. You can say like this dude is famous.
I sit here and I look shocked at you, but I mean,
it's crazy.
If you were to look at my DMs, you'd be ashamed of me right now.
Nah, I feel you.
Oh my gosh. I say I don't need an agent, but there are a couple opportunities I've missed, or songs I'm like, dang, I would have repped that one, but not this one.
I feel like that's the hardest part about getting into like anything, acting, modeling, music, all of that. The feeling of like needing an agent, like you say you had one at one point and then felt like you didn't really need an agent. I feel like that's the hardest part, is just building a team of people that like actually works for you and you trust. Like having an agent or a manager just scares me. I don't trust it.
I would say yes to that I'm like, they said no to, and that's what ticked me off. I was like, no, because that was definitely me. That was more me than what you signed me up for on Friday.
Yeah, I feel that for sure. What do you got coming up? You got anything else you working on? I know Snooze just wrapped.
There's actually a couple things I'm working on, but I cannot.
Okay.
I can't talk. Oh man, that sucks. I can't talk about them. I can't. You'll obviously see the boudoir line that I'm gonna go ahead and promo and rep shortly posted here, probably in a couple of months. But let's just say I'm going ahead and putting all that coaching to use.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. I'm super excited to see the movie when it comes out. Like I said, I know what it's about, but I still don't really like. Oh, man. I just saw little bits and pieces while I'm with y'all.
Good. I want to keep it that way because I mean, definitely some surprising bits that I did not expect to be thrown in there.
Yeah, for
sure. I felt like I was thrown off every time I would go ahead and we would read over a scene and I'd be like, wait, what? Why? Like, why does it have to go that way?
Yeah. Was there any without everybody hates
try it.
People hate when I ask this question because they be feeling like people gonna get in their emotions no matter what you say. It's just what it is.
Oh no.
Are there any like standout like actors or actresses in the city that like stuck in your mind? Was there anybody that you went like outside of set, you were like, damn, they really killed this?
Man.
People hate when I ask people to say names on this podcast.
Oh man, because I want to say, some I just want to go down a list. But I know you want me to be select, so I'm like, dang, select. Gosh,
I feel you.
You're right. That's tough. Yeah. That's real tough. I don't want nobody to feel.
I feel you.
Right now.
It's some crazy talent in the city for sure. We got some crazy stuff. Like I told Titus impresses me with his like range of characters.
Oh my god.
He playing everything.
What does he not play?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What does he not play?
He be looking like
kids,
different men
been
too.
Robbed people. Like
I done seen him pop up. I don't remember what it was. I saw him pop up on something on my TikTok one time, and I was like, he look old as hell.
Quit.
It's wild. Like they be switching up like his look and everything.
Oh my god. Well, they got to, because he's real distinct in person.
That shit off.
You can tell who he is from like 100 feet away.
For sure. Yeah. Nah, he impressed me. I think somebody I've been seeing pop up a lot. I met him on the Snooze set, and he was an extra. I think his name Miles Murray. I think I'm saying that right. He cold. Yeah, I never had met him until then.
Yeah,
I tapped in with him, seen his acting, his singing, and all that. He's cold.
He's a character.
Yeah,
he's a character. I love him to death.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You had a really solid group of like friends on the show too. Like you were constantly around Alex Mercedes in Paris. That's like can't remember what Troy said, but that's like a crazy like star cast.
For real, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, they have been in projects.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what am I doing? But I mean, it was the perfect thing because I felt so confident whenever I walked into scenes and I had one of them.
Yeah.
Because like I could it just felt like we were bouncing off each other. Like it just felt so natural. It just felt like we were there. Like, girl, what do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, they I wanted to say it on I can't remember if I said it on the Troy one or the end of year list, but I had to say it because Mercedes and Paris, they might get slept on for like the acting is fire, but the work they put in behind the camera is also crazy.
And
people ain't gonna see that.
The talent.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I seen like Paris is moving around crazy during
You
the movie
talk
set.
about
She all over the place
singing.
doing
That
shit.
girl can sing.
Yeah, for sure. She got some crazy shit. I've been wanting to get her on a song.
Her vocals, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what we mean when we mean God-given talent.
Yeah, for sure.
Gosh.
Yeah, Paris Jane, hit me up. I'm trying to get you on. I'm trying to get her on this WichitaPromo album. We got to get some singers in there. Can't be all rap.
Get in here.
Yeah, for sure. You got any goals for 2025? It's still January.
I have too many goals.
Yeah.
You don't even know. You don't even know. My gosh. But I mean, like some mild ones would be definitely want to go ahead and get another dog. Unfortunately, lost my soul dog this last year.
Yeah.
That near crushed me. But I'm starting off this year strong. Starting off with a movie.
Yeah, that's wild.
Want a lawsuit? It's starting off strong. It's good boss vibes right now. For real. But definitely want to be back in school by fall this year too. I'm really nervous for that.
Yeah, what are you going to school for?
I'm scared to say, because then what if I don't follow through? It didn't follow through, and I thought it was medical, and then I found out I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's regular. I damn near don't know anybody who went to college and then followed it. Like, everybody switches it up.
I waited until I was like, okay, it's been some years now. I think that's what you want to do, so go ahead, spend the money, do it, get it over with.
Yeah.
Scared to do it with the current,
Yeah, I feel that.
state of events, but yeah.
Nah, I think the scene in Wichita is super promising. So I feel like as long as everybody sticks to what they're doing,
oh yeah,
we're gonna make this work.
That was crazy support that showed out for this movie. That's what I'm saying. You can't say nothing negative about this area.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time I've heard negative is from people that are stagnant here.
Yeah.
That sounds so, but I mean, that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, bet. So you've been doing the same circle, doing the same step over and over again, expecting something different.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's real. I'm excited to see where everything goes. We said Snooze comes out, is it Valentine's Day?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
That's fire. Yeah. I don't want to.
So soon.
If you can't say, you can't say, because I'm not sure if he said, but do you all have a place yet that is locked in and premiering at?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
As far as I've been told, the Orpheum.
Okay. Yeah, that's fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Historic spot in Wichita.
Nice. I know.
Yeah.
We're going to make history.
Yeah, that's fire.
I think it's fitting. That, and I mean, I'm a haunted type girlie.
Yeah.
And if you know that place is haunted.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody's had an experience there but me.
Have you been in the like basement in there?
What?
Oh, you gonna see it. It's crazy. When y'all go in there, ask like one of the managers to show you, and they will. They walked us through it last time. They got like a green room where like the actresses and shit like put their makeup on and everything. It's like in a basement. It's creepy as hell. It's like a concrete basement with a bunch of rooms. It's terrifying.
No, I want to go so bad.
It's creepy as hell in there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a wild spot. It's creepy as hell in
I'll
there.
be visiting haunts all the time. All the time. I'm so serious. One of my favorite ones is in Gypsum Hills. It's like an hour and a half from here.
Yeah.
And it's called the Happy Seven. But there's this car on top of these steep hills. It's called the Devil's Washboard because it's where they died. They would race there after school.
Yeah.
And they were racing at such a high rate of speed that they crashed into the third hill.
Yeah.
They're so steep. They're like the only hills in Kansas that are like that. And it is so spooky. And the car is still up there on the hill because the police used it as an example to the other kids. Like, that's what'll happen to you. You keep that up.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know about that one. The Happy Seven.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we've actually haunted.
You know, I never even used to like believe in that type of shit until I went to, and I won't say it's this or that, but when I was like 18, I had a YouTube channel with my homie Dalton, who ended up passing away. Rest in peace, my brother Dalton.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And well, we had like a YouTube channel, and at one point he wanted to do that, and we went on this so we were living in Florida at the time, and if you look up Melbourne, Florida, there's the O'Galley Cemetery, and it had like a bunch of history. There was like some really rich, like bad people that were like buried there. and they said it was like some crazy haunted history. So he wanted to pull up there in the middle of the night and shoot a video, and we did. And that was the first time I was ever like legit terrified for my life.
You hear something?
Nah, it's pitch black. It's dark as fuck. There's no lights, and it's Florida. So if you ever been in the South, there's like these I don't know what they're called, but there's these trees that have like moss hanging from them.
Yeah.
And it's creepy as hell at night. There's like snakes that bury in them, and they're hanging out through the tree. It's fucking disgusting. It's terrifying. I hated that shit. I was already scared just being in there. But it was a cemetery just like in the middle of the city. But it was dead out. Like we were out there at like 3 a.m, so it's perfectly quiet. There's nobody around. We got a flashlight that we can see. There's nobody anywhere. And we started like fucking around. We found a grave that like was like famous in that place that everybody said was like the crazy rich dude. And we were like sitting there filming it. And at one point my bro Dalton said something and like turned the camera at me, and a rock like flung and smacked me on my leg, and I started bleeding. We couldn't figure out where the fuck it came from.
What?
So we ran the fuck out of there, went to the car, came back like 10 minutes later thinking like, I gotta be tripping. There must be somebody out here. I'm tripping. And then we started like taking pictures, and I don't think I have it anymore. I probably have it somewhere, but he took this picture of me where I was like standing under a street light, and he had it on the tripod, so the shit was completely still. And the picture was weird because like I said, it's on a tripod, and the picture is perfect of me, perfectly clear. But then everything behind me is like fucked. Like the camera was like moving crazy or something. And he just kept taking pictures of me, and every time it was like fucking up the camera. And that was like the first day I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm cool. We don't ever have to do this again.
Oh no.
That was the first time I believed in all that. That shit was wild.
Not for me.
It made me bleed. I don't know what. It
literally
threw some shit at me. I don't know what it was.
What? It's violent?
Yeah, that scared the hell out of me. That was like the only time I ever like believed in all that. We used to go through like abandoned buildings and shit for our YouTube channel. That shit was crazy.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was wild. I don't know anything about the history with that type of stuff in Kansas though. I've never paid attention. Yeah.
There's only like, I don't know, like 2 good handfuls of haunts here in Kansas.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You can cover them pretty quick.
Yeah, I imagine. It's not a lot going on here. But it is at the same time. It's weird.
Creatively.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I got too many more questions. Is there anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to say to the people?
Nothing I can think of.
Yeah.
Nothing I can think of. I mean, that was a pretty good variety right there.
For sure.
For real. For real.
I like to end off every
Personal,
episode.
acting, all of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Love that.
I like to end off every episode with anybody who's from here or close to here at least. Let the people know like some local businesses, talent, anything that you're tapped in with. Let them know who to check out.
Simply Sangria.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Their pizza, great.
What?
Great.
I haven't had their pizza. Okay.
You're missing out.
Okay.
You're missing out. There's nothing they bring out of that kitchen that's not good.
Yeah, I ain't never had no food in there. I pulled up for like the poetry events and I've had wine, but I ain't never had no food.
I would say that's good too. Their sangria is to die for. I haven't left without a bottle yet. In fact, honestly, I might stop by in there tonight.
Yeah.
It's my birthday. So, I mean, I might as well.
Yeah.
Gosh, I might as well. I just literally went through this business like 2 days ago. It's called the Pink Package.
Okay.
Ladies, strictly for the ladies.
Yeah.
You know, if you're looking for anything extra saucy, I would recommend because I was put on. Okay, I was put on. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't got nothing else to talk about.
I don't know what you expected from a boudoir model. Like, what? I was like, yeah, wine and, do your thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, shout out Simply Sangria. Make sure y'all pull up. I think it's, I don't remember if it's the first or last Thursday of every month, but Scott Victor, I'm pretty sure is the one who puts them together. Shout out Scott. The poetry, yeah.
Oh, I've wanted to go.
Make sure y'all pull up to one of those poetry shows because those are dope. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, when did you say?
I think it's the first Thursday of every month, but it might be the last. I might be tripping. But I know it's on Thursdays.
For me, I thought you said Tuesdays too, and I was like, girl.
Yeah, it's a good time up there. They have a lot of really dope poets. The people like travel too. Like I've seen poets from like OKC and stuff up there.
No way.
It's real cool for sure. I'd never been to no poetry shit before that. It's a good time.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's my type of scene.
It's a good time for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Make sure y'all pull up. But yeah, with that being said, I think that's the episode. Appreciate you for pulling up, especially on your birthday. That's fire.
Shoot. I loved it. I was like, what a good way to go ahead and step into it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Y'all make sure you tune into Snooze coming out on Valentine's Day. I'm gonna make sure I link all your stuff in the description, make it easy for everybody to find you. Yeah, that's another episode. Appreciate y'all for watching.
That's it. Appreciate it.